If you've been following this video series, this might have been the most difficult one to make decisions on. Let's chat. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is the continuation of a series we've been doing, the 7 best in each tier ranking. Now, let's be honest. The tier rankings are not true. Like typically when you think of S tier, S plus tier, you're thinking of characters that are just objectively the best ones in the game. But you have posters in here that anymore couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag, and there's a lot of them. But there is also some surprisingly good S tiers in this game. So we're going to take a look and break down all of my choices for these. Let me know what you think in the comments section, if I forget somebody or etc. But we are going to begin with a surprising number 7, which also leads to a surprising omission. Number 7 on this list, I'm going to give to Kevin Owens. That's right. The ultimate destroyer of WWE Champions. The poster who theoretically can hit unlimited damage if you do the right things with him. He can also, however, whiff incredibly hard. Like, if you hit with him, you hit. But if you miss, oh my gosh, does it feel terrible, because you could get destroyed. Now, I will say, this also means that I have omitted William Regal from this list. I'm just going to tell you right up front, he's not in this list. Both of these two posters are characters that can hit just insane amounts of damage, but for various reasons, they fall lower on the list. Regal, because his moveset, it takes a long time to set up. It's very clicky. And if there are yellow gems in the third row up, you can end up destroying your entire moveset. However, the two of them hit perhaps the hardest in the game. I mean, Powerhouse Hogan arguably can hit up there. Roman, Muta, some others, but really, I would say there might not be a poster that hits harder. I mean, literally, Slim and I talked about this on another video. They had to nerf two entire modes in this game because of this poster. They nerfed Boss Battle for years. They kept making it to where either trap gems or red gems would not work. That way you wouldn't win instantly with Kevin Owens. And the entire Gemania concept, like there used to be a different form of Stip Tours that was all just based around doing damage. And people just auto-played it with Kevin Owens and instantly won and leaderboarded. So, yeah, he's good, but he also misses a lot. So for that reason, he's number 7. Let's take a look then at number 6. Number 6 is funny because I almost put her in the honorable mention category, and her initials are HM when I put it up there. HM Rhea. So I almost said honorable mention goes to, number 6 goes to Heavy Metal Rhea. Heavy Metal Rhea is still very good. Now that Armor King's in the game, if you have Armor King and Mellow, like, she can do some incredibly powerful things that people don't even realize anymore. This is the moveset that we've always used. Yes, you do lay down the countdown gems first, then overwrite them with multi. I've proven it on 17 different videos that it hits harder than doing it the other way around. But either way, with Mellow, Armor King, she's turn 1 and then some, and she hits for 90 million with 0 hype, and actually not even some of the better things that have come out since. One of the reasons that she gets this spot, though, is this is the character that was never meant, I don't think, to be free to play. If you played her month, the 7th anniversary month in Champions, she was surprisingly accessible. Like, a lot of people got her. She's also going to show up, though, on another one of my lists because she fixed one of the biggest problems in the game. Prior to her, arguably Sherry as well, but definitely her, there was not a Legends era female that could do anything. In fact, for the longest time, Wendy Richter was the only Legends era female in the entire game, and she dropped off hard. Like, you could not win a match with her if you tried for 7 weeks, and you often had to use Legends era female, which was like, okay, so why don't you just say you have to use Wendy Richter? Well, now Heavy Metal Rhea, and since she came out 2 years ago, has been the solution to that problem, and she keeps getting better with better and better things. So for that reason, Heavy Metal Rhea is a strong number 6 on this list. Number 5 goes to somebody who I infamously crapped on when she came out, but she's way better than I thought she was. So number 5. Number 5 goes to the one that I hate to admit it, but I will love to say it now. Revenge Tour Liv has gotten so much better. Let's be honest, the thing that fixed Revenge Tour Liv is the snowfall plate. Prior to that, you had to run triple yellow or a Piper plate. I'm sorry, not a Piper plate. Excuse me, I did that on her video as well. The Let Me Talk to You plate. And she just didn't quite hit. Triple yellow's a pain. It just didn't work. But if you have a snowfall plate, either the yellow or the rainbow, she hits for 90 million. Very easy. It's just this move, this move, this move, you're done. A little bit of cascade chance, but for the most part, you're going to be just fine. And she buffs all of her gem damage by 225%. The yellow gets buffed another 300% by the yellow snowfall plate. So you're talking about over 500% there. And if you use the rainbow snowfall plate, then you get 500 base plus another 225. So over 700% more damage. Plus, she reverses anybody who uses anything to fill their moves, which, as I talked about in another video with Dom, Judgment Day, Dirty Dom, not Judgment Day, Dirty, Striker Dom, then you also have a poster that is ridiculously unpredictable to fight because you forget about that reversal and you go in with most of your top tier posters who have low MP charge moves that then charge their higher move and you accidentally end up screwing yourself. So Revenge Tour Liv, I've really come around on her, absolutely come around on her, and I would now give her a top 5 spot in this game. Also, another thing I don't have, but if I could ever get the green regime, yellow gems do another 100% more damage. All color gems do 50% more damage and 50% less damage from all moves. So with that, you get another 150% onto Liv. So yeah, you got a couple things. She's actually one of the best. I eat my words. But I'm not eating my words on number 4 because if I did, he might kill me. Number 4, I'm going to give personally to Haku. I know it surprises some people. Like, yes, the Birdman is great. Yes, there's Fluffy. Viscera. He looks like Fluffy whenever Fluffy was doing that to her. But Haku, for one, he's legitimately one of the most frightening human beings in the world. If you haven't heard the story, he legitimately apparently bit another human being's nose off in a fight. And I believe it because every story about Haku is just like anybody who thought about fighting Haku immediately changed their mind, right? Like there are stories of Andre the Giant being like, nope, not going to mess with Haku because Haku is that bad. And in the game, he's also pretty good, but bad, but like the Michael Jackson bad, like the 90s version of bad, where we said bad but meant really good. That's Haku, right? So he does have gear if you have it. Black gems do 200% more damage. My favorite moveset, the Countdown to Destruction moveset. I apparently don't have equipped right now. There we go. Increase your black MP by 10. Loads that. Snowfall and Countdown setup. So the Snowfalls go on the top. Countdowns go on the bottom. The Countdowns go off first. Then that blows up the bottom, which makes everything below it there into the right color, which is black, his primary color, which in Titan Takeover, you do actually do these moves reversed, because this move is automatically triggered by the turn counter, but in every other mode, then you do the Savat or Savate, or however you say that word, kick, increase your black gem damage by 180% for one turn, then deal 2 million damage, and your countdown gems go off, and all of a sudden everything turns black. But they also released this wonderful Haku plate, which maybe works on another person, but let's be honest, the best place for it is Haku. Yeah, so if you've got the Haku plate, not the Rage plate, it's nicely labeled. It just says Haku. There it is. The name of fear. Whenever you make 6 or more countdown gems, increase your black gem damage by another 200%. So now you're really stacking things. There are plates in here that you could use with this as well. But the Haku one does the best. And then they went ahead and released the Clash of Champions. You can see Haku right there. Black gems do another 100%. Plus gems do 50%. Plus moves deal more damage. Plus 50% more health. So while yes, Coco Beware is phenomenal, Viscera is phenomenal, there are so many good S tiers in this game. This list was so hard to decide on, but for me, Haku gets the nod, especially 2 more reasons. In Titan Takeover, he is a hot... This one. He is a hot tag poster. Whenever you tag in, you increase your black gem damage by 200% again. And if you didn't know, in Titan Takeover, if you run him and like DK Cena or somebody else who has a hot tag, you can hot tag out every single turn so that you keep your buff all the way up until your other character gets obliterated. So every time you tag in, you get another 200%. Plus, you can keep hitting the finisher buff and then the countdown, because again, you got to do it backwards, and just destroy. I have seen people hit in the hundreds of billions of damage with Haku in Titan Takeover. So for those reasons, Haku is my number 3. That should have been 3, right? Yeah. Anyway, number 2. If I didn't have a 3, it's okay, because there's actually 2 posters that I'm just putting side by side for this one, because let's be honest, there's this class in the game that is unparalleled, unrivaled, undefeatable. It's the Showboat Army. And in the last calendar month, 2 MLCs, but they were spread out by 1 month. In 1 month, you could have seen 2 Showboats that are just dominating destroyers. The first of them, I'm giving a combined spot to number 2 here. The first of them is Zombie Penta. If you got Zombie Penta during last month's Zombie Month, you got something special. He is very good. And where I normally start with gear, he doesn't have any gear. The hype issue for Penta last month, in October of 2025, they gave away so much Penta hype. Like, I personally was able to take him to hype level 4. I know a lot of people who were able to, in a strong faction, take him to hype 4. So he might have been, like mine, might have been your first good hype level 4. He's also just very good, right? The moveset I use is the tricolor, purple into green into yellow. This one creates a bunch of multiply gems. This one creates yellow gems and also buffs your damage by 90%. He is also another hot tag poster. When you hot tag in, you increase your yellow gem damage by another 100%. You put a nightmare plate on him. That gives you another buff to yellow. Plus, the zombie SummerSlam moment, yellow gems do 50%. overall gems do 50%. So you get another 100% plus 50% more health. And he's a showboat. So tank class, like we talked about, that's going to be really stinking good. So Penta, automatically, really one of the best showboats I've seen in the game. One of the better S tiers. But, November said, hold my zombie brewski, because then they released Dominic Mysterio, King of the Luchadores, and he is arguably as good, maybe better for some rosters, as Penta. One of the better and more fun posters in the game. He has multiple movesets that work really well. This one is the one, if you get his gear, that you should focus on, potentially at least. The trap gem setup. But really, like the leech gem, oh my gosh, you steal like 50 million every turn, and if you're going up against a somebody who creates a cross break gem, then you deal 10 million damage and steal that 50 million again. So you could literally go up against a boss that creates cross break gems perhaps and steal 100 million per cycle with this, which is just insane. You go up against Axe and Smash, yeah, boom, right there. His triple red is very bleedy. It's very good that way. I mean, all the way around. And if it's easier for you, you can use the running Hurricane Rana instead of the corner whip. This one's the hardcore move, though. If you're going up against a striker, you deal damage and increase your yellow gem damage by 400 freaking %. And it is a choose move into the 10, so you might cascade, but 400% more damage. Then, they, of course, infamously did the Tekken event with gears. Trap gems do 300% more damage, which goes to his purple, because the finisher works where he breaks purple. You've got the moment, which is gems do 50. Black gems, green gems, so it's really not going to hit the yellow or purple like it should, unfortunately, but also 50% more health. And if you use a sub, oh my gosh, that changes the game for subs a lot of times. He's a hot tag. They literally, I'm not going to go through the plates because they literally created multiple plates based around the Tekken characters, so he has a plate that dominantly works on him. However, it was paywalled behind a $100 prize wall, and you had to get a bunch of things to get it, so I'm not going to talk about that, but it does make him even better. So yeah, Zombie Penta or Zombie Dom, they're just great. So for that reason, they kind of share the number 2, number 3 spots, and I honestly don't know which one I would put as better. So now that leaves my number 1 choice for S tiers, and yes, I'm having to leave out so many good S tiers to only hit 7, which is why you need to drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who did I leave out that you think is one of the best S tiers that I left off the list? And let me know in the comments. But now we come to number 1. Number 1 for me, it's the Great Muta. Yeah, I mean, Muta is just insanely good. His move is this setup right here, and my goodness, increase your purple gem damage by 999%. Holy cats and boots, right? You do increase the blue MPU, so he can be reversed by anybody who does the Dom or Live thing we've been talking about. But then the finisher actually does something that really I don't think they planned for, and I hope they don't ever change it, because my goodness, there would be a revolt. Baby Ice would be leading the charge. Justice for Muta number 2. But the Shining Wizard finish, deal damage, destroy 49 random gems, then deal your damage and 49 random gems again. So you break the entire board in all of its glory twice. Now, originally, the thought was, oh, well, you just happen to have some purple gems on there, you're going to get 999%. However, when they introduced the purple Royal Rumble plate, it used to be the Ninja Turtle plate. We all freaked out when the Ninja Turtle plate went on there, and it was like, oh my gosh, do they know they just made Muta like the destroyer of worlds? Well, then The Mischief Plate came out after that. And the secret of all secrets with this, because of the way this is triggered, whenever you destroy 30 plus gems, you generate 30 at the end of your turn. And because Muta's move, finisher, destroys the board twice, you literally trigger the Mischief Plate twice, which means you're making almost an entire board of purple gems twice. And they're 999% buffed. Let's talk about Titan Takeover. Not only does Muta work in Feud, probably one of my best. Now he is slow. I'll be absolutely honest, that move does take a long time, especially breaking the whole board twice, then the Purple Mischief, breaking the whole board another set of times. It's slow. Like, a lot of people will ignore him in Feud because of that. But if you talk about Titan Takeover, you can buff your gems at least twice every single round against the Titan. So you're buffing your gems 2,000% minus 2 every time. Then if you utilize a hot tag character before, so that Muta would not get destroyed, but they do, you come in with 2,000%, you get another 2,000% minus 4, so 4,000% minus 4, basically, and you're going to hit all the purple gems so many times, it's not even funny. Muta is my go-to when it comes to just getting the most damage on the Titan without having to play with a hot tag every turn. Like, there's people, if you use a hot tag, double hot tag every single turn, they, like Haku, like we talked about, you can do some greater things. But for him, I just put him in there, make sure he doesn't die when he gets hit or for that third hit. Let the other person go. Muta hits. It's an easy 5 billion every single time. And I just took mine to hype level 4. Spoilers for another video. Also, the stipulation tours that get you hype. Who destroys the most gems? Male. Muta's up there. I mean, the entire board twice, plus purple twice. It's an easy win. Who hits hardest? Male. It's Muta. He destroys the entire board 4 times. Primary color, 1,000% more damage. He gets a good win. So he's an easy one to throw in there on those and on those stips. You just hit autoplay. As long as he hits his finisher, everything goes off and you're fine. You're going to win. Like, you're not leaderboarding on the speed tour, so it doesn't really matter, right? Plus boss battle stuff, purple shield. Lots of gems, if it's the break. Again, it's going to take the entire turn, but your other characters are going to set up and you're going to struggle to hit maybe the board once with your other characters. Muta's going to break the entire board 4 times. So if it's a shield that's any color gems, he can pretty well do at least 150 gems by himself in one shot. If it's purple gems, he does at least 100-ish of them in one shot. So yeah, it's good. Like, he's good for that. So for those reasons, Muta takes my spot, the top S tier in the game right now. But again, just being absolutely honest, there were so many choices on this one. So many good S tiers. I mean, goodness, Turtle Roman could be in that list. I had at one point, and I think I just skipped her, Showboat Asuka in this list. Like, she's up there for an honorable mention. Undertaker Showboat is very good with some of the new things in the mix. Zombie Becky's one of my favorites. DK Cena. They reworked Goldberg. They reworked Brock. They reworked Gunther. Grande Americano is up there. I mean, like I said, I just literally, S tier is the most loaded out in this entire game. And I would not be surprised if you said, hey, what about Zombie Alexa? Hey, or she's S+ tier. Hey, what about this person? Hey, what about that person? Let me know in the comments. Michelle McCool, like, there's so many. I would absolutely agree with you. Let me know your 7 favorite S tiers in the comments below, because this was hard for me, and I'd love to get the community's thoughts on it. Then like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and send this to your friend or faction mate, because hopefully there's a lot of something that's useful in this to them. We put about 2 videos per day, most of them pretty useful. We try to be helpful to the community because we so appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.